Hey, everybody, welcome. How are you? You're having a wonderful weekend. You're enjoying time by yourself or with people that you love. So, I just posted a react to the live that Foodie did this morning. And of course, you had to follow that up with more of the same boring videos showing yourself with the food. And this latest one is a doozy. I watched it and I thought, what in the small town carnival food is this? Everything she's eating in the latest video, it's all carnival food. And I watched it and I was giggling because Chantal's been talking a lot lately about going to Disney, but her main attraction for going to Disney was not just walking around enjoying the sights or riding the rides. Her number one attraction to Disney was the food. So in the latest video, she's eating carnival food or food that you would find at an amusement park. Maybe she's doing it because she knows she's not going to go to Disney. She's just not going to go. It's not going to happen. So the closest thing that she could offer was just buying food that looks like carnival food and making that into a video. Like that's the closest thing to a carnival or to an amusement park that she's going to get. So I found some really cool stuff on Twitter. We're going to go over that plus the video itself, and then we'll just call it a day as far as this video. Let me go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see what I see. Okay. So there's my Twitter for anybody who wants to find me on Twitter. It's Wow Girl Sarah. Let's start out with something wholesome from Yog. Okay, now this is not nice. This poor kitty. Somebody thought that it'd be fun to attach some toilet paper to a fan and let the kitty just jump and try to catch it. Well, if you're a person, your cat has zoomies, and you want to help them get some energy out, I guess this could work. But the poor kitty just trying to catch the toilet paper, not really have any success. Maybe it's just fun for the cat. But poor thing's going to get dizzy. Who thought of this? Just seems kind of a mean thing to do to a cat. It's funny but mean. All right, this is from Nothing But Love, shaking my head, and also from Kristen. So here are the tags for her newest video. We have Foodie Beauty, we have eating, food, corn dogs, fair food, Disney, mukbang. So Foodie has been saying that she's on Weight Watchers and claiming that she's on Weight Watchers and she's watching her points. Tell me, Foodie, how are you watching your points? How are you moving in the direction of being healthy at the same time using tags like this? We all know what crowd you're trying to attract. We all know who you're the most interested in attracting to your audience and to your channel. It's not anybody that's concerned with their health. You're looking for people that aren't concerned for their health or concerned for your health. You're looking for those people that have a special interest in food. You want them to come to your channel and just flood you with all kinds of super chats and memberships. That's who you're really catering to. And there's 100% of your audience, Foodie. You're only catering to 25%. And from what I've seen, they're not throwing out the money like they used to. So you might want to kind of think about, should I cater exclusively to those people or shouldn't I? I don't think you should, but it's your channel, so do what you like. Okay, here's something interesting from Science Girl. I know there are some people in my audience who might have an aversion to spiders, but here we have an orb weaver wrapping its lunch. So I saw this, and the first thing I thought of was Chantal, because this is essentially what she does to the men in her life. She catches them in her web, and then she wraps them all up and basically suffocates them with her insecurities and her jealousies and her controlling nature, and she doesn't let them go. So you got something in common with the orb weaver, Foodie. You catch something in your web, you wrap it up, and you don't let it go. How about that? All right, something cool from, is it E? Woolly Baby? This is a Morticia Addams Barbie. Look how gorgeous is that? I think Morticia Addams will look great as a Barbie. Very, very pretty. I approve of the Morticia Addams Barbie. D. Angry Scott says, Foodie Beauty is annoyed. She can't tell the entire internet her travel itinerary. Ah, I said that wrong. Itinerary. There we go. Words. Words are escaping me right now. Why is where when you're traveling such a secret anyway? Don't you like to LARP as a travel vlogger? So this is a clip from the video. Let's watch.
So I'm not sure. I'm not going to tell you if I'm going for sure when I'm going, and I won't be going live. Maybe from the hotel. I'm not going to tell you which park I'm going to, which day I'm traveling, because I just can't anymore. Like, I would love to be able to go live at airports and, do in real life streaming with you guys, but I have crazy, legitimate loser stalkers.
You keep insisting on that. Oh, I can't say anything, guys, and it's not my fault at all. But I can't tell you where I'm going because of all these other people. It has nothing to do with me just being negative on the internet and being inappropriate and being rude and being offensive. No, that's not the reason. Not at all. Has everything to do with all these crazy, obsessed people that have no life that follow me around. They may do something. They may cause some problems for me while I'm traveling. That's why I can't do it. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. But what do you think that there's going to be a bunch of people just waiting at the airport for her when she arrives? Just taking pictures and taking video and looking to sign autographs. You know what I say to that, Foodie? Yeah, wrong. Wrong. Maybe you're making yourself feel important by thinking that way, but that's not how it is. Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares when you leave. Nobody cares when you go back. Nobody cares what your flight is, what the flight number is. Nobody cares how many seats you take up in the airplane. If you need a seatbelt extender, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And if you're annoyed because you can't stream from the airport, you got to keep it a secret. The only reason why you're annoyed is because you don't know how to have a private life. Everything for you has to be content. You're so lacking in originality that you'll turn even the simplest things into content because you can't think of one single original idea and make it work. You know, there's always the idea that you could travel and just record stuff and put it in a video later. You could do that, put the stuff out after the fact, but you're just not that smart, are you? You could do that, but you won't do that. You're just mad because you can't go live at the airport. And while you're going live, make a little bit of money. According to you, everything has to be kept a secret. You don't care to have a private life. You want to have a very public life. And you're annoyed because you chose to become a negative person on YouTube. You made a point to try to make money in the most negative way possible. And there are consequences for doing that. You got to reap what you sow. So deal with it.
Who ruin the fun for everyone because they need content. So,
no, we don't need content. You need content. You're so boring anymore. You need content. To the point where you're always looking to other places and other people to give you ideas for content. We need content? No, you do. You're the one whose entire living is based on what you make on YouTube. We don't need the content. We can take it or leave it. We can cover other people if we want to. We can do other things if we want to. You, not so much. You're at a place right now where if YouTube disappeared, you'd be in serious trouble because you wouldn't be able to get a regular job. You're not even in good enough health that you could walk in somewhere and say, can you give me a job working at a desk? You couldn't get a job doing customer service. You've been far too spoiled and coddled by YouTube that you wouldn't know how to deal with regular life. So no, we don't need your content. You need to make it because you need to make the money. Okay, let's go on here to D Angry Scott saying, we're telling disgusting stories while eating the worst crap again. And honestly, I'm bored. Yeah, so she did this. Hold on. Let's see.
when I talked about wanting to go to Disney, why Disney?
Yeah, why Disney? Is it because your grandfather is in Florida? Is that why you want to go to Disney? You want to go see grandpa? Maybe you're going to hit him up for money while you're there? Because we all know you. You don't go see family unless there's a reason, unless you want something. You go see your family not because you love them and you miss them, because you're probably going to hit up one or more members of your family for some kind of funds. So is that why you want to go see granddad? You think you're going to go all the way down there? He's going to give you money? Trust me, he won't.
Not only for the fat friendly rides, because even growing up, as I started getting older, I liked the rides less and less because I had some traumatic experiences on some of the cheap carnivals, like at some of the cheap carnivals. Number one, I was hit on by gross elder carnies. I told you that story already. To this day, I can't listen to Welcome to the Jungle without cringing. This is like little potatoes on it. um, and this is gonna be gross. So if you have, you're grossed out easy, don't listen. But the barf at these carnivals, they don't have good barf maintenance. And like,
What is wrong with you? You're on YouTube. You're making a video that you're going to put on your channel. This is supposed to be entertaining content, right? Right. It's supposed to be entertaining. And you're going to talk about vomit? You're really going to do that while you're eating, foodie? Like, why would you think that's a good idea to eat food and talk about vomit at the same time? Like, something just doesn't click on in your head. I think some of the wires are crossed wrong. That you're sitting here eating this food and you're going to talk about something that's going to make everybody else nauseous.
Disney just seems like a place that has good barf maintenance.
Can you imagine foodie going to a carnival and walking around saying, "Excuse me, do you have good barf maintenance?" Who does that? Why would you even? I can't with her.
You know what I mean?
I know this may be shocking and surprising to you, foodie, but a lot of people, when they go to the carnival or they go to Disney World, they don't go for the food. That's not the main reason why they go. When you think of a carnival or an amusement park, what is the first thing you should be thinking of? The rides. You're going to an amusement park for the rides, to go on the roller coaster, to go on the Ferris wheel, to go on all the fun rides and have a fantastic time. The food is in the background. If you're going to a carnival, you might partake of something at the carnival that maybe you can't get locally or get all the time. You might get that gigantic salted pretzel the size of your head. You might get a fried Mars bar. You might get some popcorn. You might get some cotton candy. But the main purpose of going to a carnival or an amusement park is not to just go crazy with the food. Maybe you had a problem with vomit because that's why you went. But those of us who go to an amusement park, we're going to walk around and we're going to ride the rides. And we might stop at a booth and do a little thing where you win a stuffed animal. It's not about the food. Definitely not about the food.
Yum. It's good food, but it's like the type of food that would be better if probably fresh at the restaurant. Because by the time you deliver it, you know. Mm. Oh, I need need a second.
You
I know.
know what? If you need a second after eating all that, you know what your stomach is telling you? Stop. You're full. If you need a minute, that means your stomach is saying, we're full. Do you get it up there? We're full. Stop right here. You don't need to go any further. And that's when you should stop. That's when you should stop, foodie. You don't eat to the point where you're so overfull, you make yourself uncomfortable. But no, she's going to keep going. And this is from Holly Go Heavy saying, why Disney Foodie Beauty? Who asked her this question? I want names. Who can talk like this while eating brown food? I don't know. Let's watch.
They don't have good barf maintenance.
Okay, we already covered that, so we're not going to watch it twice. Okay, this is from Shenanigans. What's with this thumbnail? So in the beginning part of the video, Foodie was opening up a container of mayonnaise and she spilled it all over herself. And I guess that's what she decided to make into her thumbnail because she's always going for the shock. She's always going for the drama. She wants to get people interested. I don't know if she staged the whole mayonnaise incident, but she did use it as her thumbnail. So it must not have been that upsetting because she used it for the thumbnail. Michael B. Petty says, how do you go off of Weight Watchers when you never really started? You don't. Amberlyn Reed was doing the Weight Watchers. Then she said, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I'll do it too. So she pretended to be on Weight Watchers. Now she's not pretending anymore. This is from Towley, when the condiments fight back. So she's trying to get the container of mayonnaise open. And this is in slow-mo. Oh, there we go. All over the abaya. You know, instead of you and Salah and Murad making beauty products, what you should do is make an adult bib. You desperately need one. Have somebody somewhere make you an adult bib. How about a few of them? You need more than just one. Queen of WTF says she seems extra hungry today. Oh, and are we off Weight Watchers for the day and we'll be back on tomorrow? Yeah, she said that too. I'm not doing Weight Watchers today. I'll do it tomorrow because she knows that this is not within her points. So she said, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. It's never today. It's never now. It's always tomorrow when you know you're screwing up. That's Lindsay with an A says, Weight Watchers needs to send her a cease and desist. I wish they would because she's turning Weight Watchers into a joke. The same way she's turned her issues with food into a joke. It's just, she doesn't take it seriously when she should. Holly Go Heavy says, fell off Weight Watchers in 3 days. Good job, Salah, picking up her food. Hope you like bedpans because you can't even ship her home. Yeah, well, that's my gripe with Salah. On one side, he says he wants her to lose weight. On the other side, he brings her the fast food. You got to pick a lane, Salah. You got to make up your mind. Either you are enabling the problem or you're not enabling it. You can't go back and forth with this one. You got to. And if something happens to her, Salah, you're going to be responsible for her. You're going to be the one that's going to be cleaning up her bed bands. You're going to be the one that's have to bathe her every day in bed. You're going to have to feed her. She already depends on you. It's going to get even worse if she gets bedbound. Just something to think about. All right, so that's it for everything on Twitter. Let's go over the actual live. Let's see me back all the way up here. Okay. And here's Foodie. Let's go.
What is this? Right off the bat. Let me see.
Hey there, Beezers. Want a personalized...
That's actually the funniest part of the video right there. We can just stop it right here and laugh. Yeah, that's... Miss Professional Mukbanger over here. This is why you have all your food set up before you get started to prevent little accidents like that happening. Imagine having an abaya on and a hijab, and you're supposed to keep it clean, supposed to keep yourself clean, and you're sitting down to do food videos and committing gluttony on camera and choosing the messiest, sloppiest food to do your videos. But that would be right on par with Foodie. And we're going to get past her little cameo because I don't care for your cameos, Foodie. Let's go.
Everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Now that I've had my hissy fit, this is apparently some kind of mayonnaise mustard that they have had to wrap with a bunch of tape. Okay. So I'm freaking out. Still more. I'll be back. Look how tiny this jar of sauce is, and it was half full, and there's still a quarter left. But
That's really not a small amount of mayonnaise. It's just that your hands are overly big, so it makes it look small. I've seen those containers before up close. They're not that small, Foodie. And consider the amount of mayonnaise that just went all over you. Not that tiny.
But somehow I'm discovering it all over my person.
Well, that wouldn't happen if you set everything up before you got started, or if you ate like a normal person and stopped ripping into things like a savage. You wouldn't have these things happen to you.
Okay, I'm done raging.
No, you're not.
Frig. All right, I have some, well, probably flat Pepsi by now because I just flung the bottle everywhere. I'm sorry, guys. I hate when that happens. Now I have no sauce.
Aw, poor thing. No mayonnaise for her. And Salah hid the ketchup bottle, so she's really in a foul mood.
Okay.
I should mention that while it's probably obvious that I'm kind of off of Weight Watchers today, and I plan on restarting tomorrow.
You never got started in the first place. It was all a fallacy. You treat it like a joke, so why just continue to do it? Just sit down with a meal, Foodie, and say there is no Weight Watchers. I don't care about my health. I don't care to get healthy. I don't care to lose weight. I'm just going to sit down and eat my meal, and that's that. Now that would be refreshing because that is a bit of honesty. Try some honesty. It goes down well.
So, I am eating wieners today, hot dogs, because I'm craving them, and you'll see here. Let's see what this is. Worst packaging ever, I swear. Worst. What the heck? Okay, there we go.
Foodie's just mad because it's childproof and she's a giant toddler, so she couldn't open it.
So these are some chili bacon fries. Bacon. All right, let's say Bismillah first. Okay. We have a corn dog. And we have this big corn dog here. It's like a Korean style, I guess. All right, baby girl.
This is the part where I could say something really lewd. I don't know if I should, but I feel there's a lewd joke in here somewhere. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to say it. You might as well eat them corn dogs, Foodie, because that's the only wiener you're ever going to get in Kuwait. But go ahead, girl.
Okay. So,
Foodie did used to say, I can get any wiener I want. I can get as much wiener as I want. Yeah, if you order it through takeout, that's about the only way.
Bismillah. And let's dig in. Let's try this one first. I'm so excited to try. Oh my gosh, it's hard to hold. It's a beef wiener. Mm. Mm. That's hard to hold. So, if you see the flip outs on screen, you should see the flip outs off screen. When things don't work out for mukbangs. All right. So, this has beef bacon, a tiny, tiny, minuscule amount of chili that barely covers the fries.
And you know she's mad about that too, because she wants everything coated in sauces and liquid. She is mad because there's not a whole lot of cheese on that. She has no ketchup and now no mayo.
Some kind of chipotle sauce, something green, and onions. You can buy. That's pretty good. My bio likes it.
Well, if you learn to slow down when you get your food, you wouldn't have things spill all on top of you. But you're always ripping into bags and ripping into containers, and you're going to create a mess when you do that.
I'm going to take the stick out. The stick is not even long enough to support the hot dog. Well, maybe it does. The batter's kind of soggy. Mmm.
You know what would make my day? If she ordered takeout, and after she puts it on the table and she does a mukbang, the whole table flips over before she can take one single bite. Now that would make my day.
This one has cheese and jalapenos inside. And bacon. Beef halal bacon. I get accused of like, well, if you're Muslim, how come you're eating bacon? People can't like put two and two together. Maybe it's made from a different kind of animal. Mmm. So, I'm still signed up to Weight Watchers. Yes, I am. I'm going to do a video, like what I eat, like kind of what I eat in a day to show you.
Chantal, you might as well just completely quit the Weight Watchers, because you're not on the plan, nor are you watching your weight. You're watching your weight go up, not down. You're not interested in your health at all. I'm sitting here watching you and I'm listening to you, and you're sitting perfectly still. You've got labored breathing. That would concern any other person but you. The abnormal has become your normal, so you don't pay attention to things you should pay attention to. Just quit the Weight Watchers and the diet boxes. Those aren't really doing you much good. You're going to eat what you want to eat. You're monetizing your problem versus fixing your problem. You're catering to that certain group of people in your audience. They want to see this. And they're going to see it either from you or somebody else on YouTube or somebody else on the internet. They don't care about you. They don't care about your health. They don't care if you end up in the hospital or worse. They just care about their interest being fulfilled. And you're fulfilling their interest at the cost of your health. So just stop with the nonsense and stop with the lying. Be honest. Tell all of us, look, I don't care if something happens to me. I don't care if I end up in the hospital. I could care less. I know my health is bad. I still don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do regardless of the consequences. So I'm going to sit down, make my videos, eat my food, and that's that. That would be a complete, total moment of sheer honesty from you.
how I work things out. So they stuffed the hot dog with cheese. In Canada, corn dogs are called pogos. Okay. So this food reminds me of like um, any Canadians remember the Toronto X, the exhibition? It was like a big fair. The last time I went, they don't have it anymore, but I went to the last one.
Jesus, Foodie, will you stop making a mess of yourself? Every time you take a bite, food is just going everywhere but your mouth. Lord, woman, is there no towel in the house? Is there no plastic cover you can put on your clothes and drape around yourself? Children eat with more grace than you do. And using the abaya to wipe off her hands. I can't. Did y'all just see that? So she's got food all over her hands and she uses the abaya as a napkin to wipe her fingers off. Ugh.
Mm.
And you wonder why Salah doesn't take you out in public. Is this the way you behave? Is that why you don't have any friends over there? Because you're inappropriate?
No, the one I went to was the Ottawa exhibition. They have the Ottawa X, and they have Toronto X, and some other.
Touching all over that abaya with her dirty, filthy hands. Using the abaya as a gigantic napkin.
I'm not sure.
What happened to those 5 boxes of tissues that you bought? Where'd they go? I thought maybe you might be using them in place of napkins. What happened to those 5 boxes of toilet of tissue? Where'd they go? Why aren't you using them?
Anyway. Pepsi's not flat. I love fair food. And
so are you eating stuff that kind of reminds you of fair food? Because this is the closest to the fair you're ever going to get. This is the closest to Disney World you're ever going to get. Just eating food that reminds you of a carnival or an amusement park. Foodie, even if you went to Disney, you wouldn't enjoy yourself. And you would go just for the food. Even if you got into Disney, you go straight for the food vendors and forget about the rest of the park. Look, if you want to eat fast food, you don't have to go to Disney World. There's fast food everywhere.
They had these corn dogs that were like a foot long or more. Mm. And it was like fresh out of the fryer. It was like the best corn dog ever. Happy memories.
So she's talking about going to a fair, and her happiest memory of that time is eating a corn dog. She's not talking about anything else about that amusement park or that fair. It's all about the food. It seems like she's always had this fixation on food, 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 more food. Gotta have more food. All she remembers is the food. That is so sad to hear, Foodie, that all of your good memories revolve around food.
But makes me sad because, you know, my grandmother was there and I miss her. And then also, we did this thing where you're going to hold a lion cub.
And I'm not making a mess, Foodie. Look, I know you're catering to that special group of people in your audience, but don't you think you're catering them a little bit too hard? You're catering to them hard in this video. It's ridiculous.
When I look back, probably wasn't too fun for the poor lion cub to be held by several people. You know, like a lot of people. But I did hold the lion. It was so cute. It was crying.
So you felt sympathy for a line cup that's being passed around different audience members. I felt so sorry for it, but then you held it.
I had very rough fur. Their fur is not soft like Julia's. By the way, I have an update picture of Sam from her new owner.
That was interesting. That was really interesting what she just said. Didn't she say before that a family friend had Sam? And because a family friend had Sam, they were just holding on to Sam for her until she got back. But she just referred to this person as the new owner. Kind of gives the feeling that this is somebody that has Sam and she can't get him back. Whoever has Sam, I urge you not to give the cat back to Chantal. Sam is being well taken care of, so don't give the cat back to her. If she can't take care of herself, she doesn't need a pet. She shouldn't have the pets that she has now. Do not relinquish ownership of Sam to her when she gets back.
I'm happy to see updates from at least him.
Oh, we get occasional updates from FFG. You know, she talks about what's going on with BBJ from time to time. She's not exploiting her for views, but when people ask, she does answer on occasion, like she's doing well. I believe the last update was she got her nails clipped again. She's doing really well. And really, that's all the updates that people need. Just knowing that she's in a better place, she's being taken care of. That's all that people care about.
Because only a flaming piece of crap would not provide you with updates after.
Oh, shut up. You had the cats in your possession. You did not take care of them. They were horribly neglected. Someone who's guilty of that has no business saying, oh, you guys don't get updates and that's just so wrong. FFG and her family are taking care of BBJ. She's getting all the help that she needs, all the care that she needs, something that you didn't provide as her original owner. So you have no right to open your big mouth about what somebody does with one of your former pets.
Your rehoming pet, right?
Shut up, Chantal.
People think synonymously that rehoming a pet means you don't care about them. And it's.
You weren't really rehoming your pet, though. This wasn't a case where you had BBJ and she was well taken care of and you had to leave the country. So you did your due diligence and you looked around for the best owner in the best home for her. This is a case where you were obsessed with a man. You want to get back over to Kuwait as quickly as possible. So you were trying to find somebody to take her, preferably somebody who didn't have a YouTube channel, because you knew how neglectful you've been. You knew how bad her health was, and you were trying to hide it, to hide the worst of your evils. And it got exposed and it blew up in your face, and you're still angry about that. You still won't let it go. You're choosing to bring it up right now. You accuse FFG of exploiting BBJ. But here you are doing this video, which has nothing to do with BBJ or Sam. You're choosing to bring them up. You're choosing to talk about this thing. So who is exploiting what, Chantal? You are. You can choose to just avoid that subject. Honestly, if I were you, I would avoid it because it paints you in a negative light. It shows how evil you are. I would think somebody who's guilty of what you've done to BBJ, you'd want to completely walk around that subject and not talk about it again, but you don't. You keep bringing it up because your gigantic ego just can't live with that bruise, can it? You just can't live with the fact that you were neglectful and you were evil to that cat, to those cats, because Sam wasn't exactly perfect when he went to his new home. They had to shave him down to the skin because it was full of dander because of you, because of your neglect. Now they're both in better places. You have Julia. Take care of Julia. You have the hamster. Take care of the hamster. Don't worry about pets that are no longer yours. They are where they should be with people who care. That's enough.
It's astonishing to me the lack of brain capacity from some people who watch my channel. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, this food is like carnival food. And I know people have asked when I talked about wanting to go to Disney,
You're not going to go.
why Disney? Not only for the fat-friendly rides, because even growing up,
You're not going for the rides, though. You're going for the food. Your main priority is the food. Eating the food at the amusement park, and you've got reservations, you said, for the restaurant. So your priority is the food. You want to do a Disney Bees content video of just nothing but the food, not showcasing yourself at Disney World, not getting on the rides. It's all about the food of Disney. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's go for all the junk food items. Imagine, y'all, going to Disney, paying all the money and taking the time to go to Disney, and your main focus is the food. It's not about the fun times. It's not about the scary rides. It's not about the attractions. It's about the food. Paying the money that you have to pay to be at Disney just to eat some food that you probably eat somewhere else.
as I started getting older, I liked the rides less and less because I had some traumatic experiences on some of the cheap carnivals, like at some of the cheap carnivals. Number one, I was hit on by gross elder carnies. I've told you that story already.
Yeah, it's probably not true. Because in every story, a narcissist is either the hero or the victim, or both. So I kind of doubt that this actually happened. It's really sad when Chantal tells a story like that. You don't know if she's lying or she's telling the truth because she lies about everything. But she's always telling us stories about how men hit on her. Somehow I doubt that.
To this day, I can't listen to Welcome to the Jungle. You're grossed out easy, don't listen, but the barf.
Oh, we don't care.
Mm. Oh, I need a second.
Yep, she's full. She should stop right here. When you're at, she's like, I have to take a minute. Since when does Chantal take a minute when she's eating? When she's full and her stomach is stretched out, can't take any more. She's got to take a minute, take a breath to put the rest of that in.
It's so good.
And she's going to keep eating anyway.
Mm.
And there was that jump cut. So she probably had to wait a few minutes to take those last few bites. Hey, Chantal, it's okay not to eat everything in front of you. It's okay that when your stomach says, we're full, you can stop. If there's any food in front of you that you haven't finished, You can either wrap it up and put it in the fridge for later or throw it away. It's okay to throw food away. It's okay to put it away. You don't have to finish every bite if your stomach is over full. I'm just saying.
So I'm not sure. I'm not going to tell you if I'm going for sure, when I'm going, and I won't be going live. Maybe from the hotel. I'm not going to tell you which park I'm going to, which day I'm traveling, because I just can't anymore. Like, I would love.
She's so angry. I just can't tell you where I'm going. I'm so mad about that. I'm mad because I can't open my big mouth and tell you exactly where I'm going. I normally turn every second into content, but I can't do that anymore because I spent the last 3 or 4 years being an offensive YouTuber and ticking off too many people. Well, you get what you get. So sorry that you got to keep your mouth shut sometimes, Chantal. It happens. Deal with it.
To be able to go live at airports and,
You don't need to go live at the airport anyway. Who the heck wants to be at an airport? All you care about is getting from, the front of the airport to the other to get on a plane. Maybe you've been traveling to get to the airport. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're just sitting there waiting to get on your plane. Maybe you're exhausted because you got up early in the morning to catch a flight. And all of a sudden you look over and see this woman that's got her phone pointed at you and turning you into YouTube content. Anybody want that? Because I wouldn't want that. That my main focus is getting from point A to point B safely, making sure I get on the flight on time. And I've got this YouTuber that she just can't keep certain things private, but she's determined to make everybody and everything content. And I show up on her YouTube channel. No thanks.
do in real life streaming with you guys, but I have crazy, legitimate loser stalkers.
And how in the world is she going to be at the airport anyway? Like, what is she going to do? She can barely walk as it is. Like, her walking through an airport, I'm sure it's a trial by itself. How in the world is she going to do live streaming if she's got one hand on her carry-on luggage and the other hand on her little selfie stick, trying to live stream while you're walking to the airport? Make sure you get to the flight on time. How's that going to work, Chantal? She might be at the airport and get on streaming and just sit there and laugh and giggle. Oh, guys, I was supposed to catch my plane, but I was busy eating. Hee hee. I guess I'll get another flight.
Who ruin the fun for everyone because they need content.
No, you need content badly.
So,
and I think one of the main reasons you're going home, other than the fact that your visa is up, because you've run out of ideas. You and Salah have run out of ideas for content to do. He and Murad have run out of ideas on how to exploit you to get more money. Let's see. You're already on YouTube. Salah put you on his gaming channel to get it up to the status where he can get monetized. You've done cameos. You're promoting ridiculous products on an equally ridiculous scammy site. What else can they do with you? They thought you would be a money maker. You're not making that much money. There's nowhere else in Kuwait that you could show us that's deserted where you can film without getting in trouble. You basically backed yourself into a corner. What else can you show us? Not much. You've done all there is to do as far as your limitations. It's time to come home.
you know, that's why when I travel, I'll have to conceal it. You can look up all the flights you want, all of you who do that. There's a few from what I hear. I'm sure there's many people who do it. You could try to track me down, but you ain't gonna find me.
Oh, yes, we will. And you want to know how we're going to find you? Because you're not careful. You're not as smart as you think you are. I'm not saying I'm interested in your flight number or when you're coming home. I'm not that invested. I'm just not. I'll sit here comfortably and react to your videos and your live streams, and that's enough for me. But when you travel, foodie, when you go places, you show buildings, you show street signs, you show lots of things. That's why everybody finds you so quickly. You've been on YouTube for over 5 years, and you know that it's wise to hide certain things, things that identify where you are. You act like you care about people knowing, but you really don't care. Heck, when you were even at the villa, you gave people your address just to get free stuff from Amazon. You were not careful at all. So saying, we're not going to know where you are, trust me, within an hour of your live stream in Canada or Orlando, we're going to know. We'll find out.
You ain't gonna find me anywhere. Number one, there's way too many flights to take. There's too many days, and I haven't narrowed down which month I'm even going. So,
But we already know when your visa is up. Could you go before your visa is completely up? Of course you could. You could leave a week or 2 weeks before your visa expires. You could leave at the beginning of next month. I mean, who knows? But we do know, and you have said, your visa is up at the end of August. I'm sorry, end of August, beginning of September. So we do have a time frame to work with.
have fun with that.
Well, we will. And also another dead giveaway when you're getting closer to leaving. See, the thing is, Foodie, you can't keep an emotion to yourself. We're going to know when it's about time to leave because you're going to be stressed out. You're going to be stressed out about leaving Salah behind. What's he going to do? Who's he going to be talking to? Is he going to be partying without me? And things are going to get amped up right before you leave. You're going to be stress eating like nobody's business. We'll be able to tell. You're not a good liar. You're always giving yourself away. So I'm going to be looking for those symptoms of stress eating. I'm going to see it. I'm going to recognize it. And it's going to give me a clue you're about ready to go home.
But the real question is, am I full? Actually, yeah, that was pretty filling. Potatoes are really filling. But those were so good. I love corn dogs. I haven't seen any.
What she just ate was just a snack. This will hold her for at least a couple of hours, and then she'll be hungry again.
Corn dogs for sale in like the Jamia's, the grocery stores. So I'm really not sure if they even have them.
She is full. She's so full she can hardly breathe. Those deep breaths she's doing, like, that's when your stomach is over full. Like you're just sitting there like, I can't even move. I just got to sit here. That's all I can do. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to wait a few minutes because I can't even move right now.
I'm hibernating today. It's so
Hibernate every day.
hot.
By the way, you're not a bear. You don't have to hibernate.
So hot. Anytime I order anything, I always leave ice cold water bottles. A couple of these. I put them in the freezer. We have like a whole bunch. And we leave them for the delivery person. And some snacks. We have these like chocolate wafer snacks.
Anybody believe that she leaves chocolate out for the delivery people? She's got a sweet tooth. Does anybody believe she's leaving sweets out for somebody when she could eat it? I don't either.
So, on top of that, we take care of the delivery people because like I feel so bad them having to deliver food in this heat. It's so hot.
If you felt bad for them, you wouldn't make them work so hard. They probably know your apartment number by heart by now.
Anyway, that was a quick mukbang because that was quick food. Hi, baby girl.
Ah, that was a scary jump cut.
Hi, baby girl. She's so cute. Yes. Okay, guys, I'll probably go live later tonight, so just feel like, chatting with my beezers, I guess. And
It's the end of the month. She's pushing for whatever money she could make because the month is almost over. That's what this is. I need the money, so I got to go live and I got to make as many videos as possible and push them out. Got to have money for takeout. Also, the money that she makes is the money's going to show up next month. Because if you're a YouTuber and you're monetized, the paycheck that you receive, the money that you get in 1 month shows up the following month. So the money she makes this month will be her travel money next month.
Ow. She's scratching. Ow. You're a little beezer. I thought Persian cats were more calm. No, they're not. It's a lie. It's all a lie. Can't even finish that Pepsi. Bleh. You know what I'm craving? Lemonade. Like lemonade that's like more tart than sweet. And lots of ice. Excuse me, ma'am. Hey.
You told her to leave you alone and she left you alone. Now you're complaining about that.
Ma'am. Well, you guys.
Yeah, that's it. You're pretty much done. That's okay. I'm done with you too. So let's finish up by adding some of the comments. Netflix Vladimir says, with all due respect, you will absolutely not be able to handle the humid heat in Disney World, Florida if the dry heat in Kuwait is too much for you. Try sitting in a sauna with all your layers in 35 degrees Celsius. The Magic Kingdom in Florida is also a lot of walking. No, as someone I used to live in Florida, having dealt with the humidity, she won't be able to deal with it. I mean, it's been years since I lived in Florida. And even as a native Floridian, if I went home now, I wouldn't be able to deal with it very well. And she's someone that she's much bigger than I am. Plus, she's wearing multiple layers of clothing. You're right. She won't be able to deal. Artsy Fartsy says, just restart your diet every day. Then you don't have to diet again. Sounds like the best diet ever. Yeah, because you're not committing to it. You're finding ways to get around it and not get in trouble. Hugsdroid says, how is this Weight Watchers approved? It's not. Hydrax says, I think I might have done the math wrong. You might be consuming 150K calories a month. That is so amazing. I love what you do. I don't love what she does. It's gluttony. Nobody should be cheering her on in her gluttony. Emmy says, the look in your eyes when you eat and the breathing is frightening. Yes, it is. It is frightening. And the breathing's becoming more concerning. Let's see. CT says, do you glorify mess? Well, of course she does. It's Chantal. She glorifies gluttony, which is haram, and she glorifies mess. And she tries to justify it, saying, all of you who watch me, you know what I'm going to give you, so it's okay, rather than fix her behavior. Natalie says, Disney is crowded, hot, the lines are long, and the food sucks. It's lost its magic. Well, don't tell her. Don't tell her that. Let her find out on her own. Come on. We need a rage stream over here. Let her find out on her own. She got a lot of rage inside of her anyway. She needs to let it out. It may be healthy for her. Let it go, Chantal. Let it go. Let's see. What else do we have here? Da, 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 da. Looking for a good comment. The Black Chaos says, wait, I thought you and Salah were traveling somewhere soon. So would that be before you travel or by yourself? They're not going to travel together. He's not going anywhere with her. She makes sure that doesn't happen. She's going home by herself. Salah will not be coming with her. I don't think he's able to. Oh, here we go. Hello, Chantal. This account right here is Chantal all day. Want to know how I know? Because she posted on one of my videos. This is one of her sock accounts, Charles Reed. And of course it's Chantal because she's giving praise to herself. The food looks delicious, my queen. I would say I want some, but I feel very impertinent depriving you of any of what is yours. That is so her all day. The patheticness of it all. Praising yourself as yourself. Good God, Chantal, how much praise do you need? Oh, and here she is again, calling her a goddess. Hello, Charles Reed, aka Chantal. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here and have a good day. Bye-bye.